Hello. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I am here to help you learn the Speak Out exercises and help you establish and maintain a consistent Speak Out Home practice routine. It's so important that you're doing your speak out exercises just like your physical exercises every single day. Today's topic, Martin Luther King Jr. Everyone say that with intent. Ready? Martin Luther King Jr. Again, one more time. Martin Luther King Jr. And now we're going to practice smiling with intent. Give me your best smile and hold it for just a second or two. Ready? Okay. Hopefully you have your water with you. I am sipping on warm water. You don't need to do that. Any kind of water will do. I will say that ice water tends to tighten the muscles in the throat, so it's not the best, but if you really like ice cold water, that's better than not drinking water. So let's take our sip of water and swallow with intent. Hopefully you have already signed into the chat. Put your first name and where you're from. It's so neat to see where everybody's practicing from. And tell me in the chat, what did you do this weekend with intent? Hopefully you are starting to be more deliberate and more purposeful and more intentional in everything that you're doing. All right, we're going to start with the first speak out exercise. Go ahead and lift your voice and project these syllables across the room. May, me, my, mo, moo. Make sure to connect them. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Do your best. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. And one more. May, me, my, mo, moo. Very nice. Take a sip of water. Really think about it as you pick up your cup. This mug is kind of heavy, so I really do think about it when I pick it up. I don't want to drop it in front of all of you. Let's swallow with intent. Now we're going to move on to speak out exercise number 2, the ahs. Ready? Ah. We hold it for about 10 seconds. Let's do it again. Ah. Make the ah float up and forward over your computer, over your television. Ready? Ah. Good. Let's do it again. The sound should be clear and consistent. One more time. Good. Take a sip of water. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort are you putting forth when you do these exercises? It should feel like an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You should not feel like you're screaming, but it's taking effort. Let's move on to speak out exercise number 3, the glides. Project out a steady ah first, then start gliding. Here we go. Ah, ah. Good. Let's do it again. Good. As you're gliding down, make sure the sound is in front of you. With Parkinson's, it always wants to draw back this way. That's why we say speak out. That's the name of the program. Let's do another glide. Good. Let's start high and glide down. Ready? Make the sound stronger as you're going down. If you need to listen to me first, that would be fine. Let's start high. Now let's do it together. Start high. Good. Take a sip of water. Now we're moving on to the counting. I want you to lift your voice as you project out every number. Stop at the end of each row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. As you're doing this exercise, make sure that you are relaxed. And as you're counting, you're not going 1, 2, 3. We just want your voice doing the work. Okay, we call those secondary behaviors. When somebody closes their eyes when they're trying to get the sound out or starts moving like this with every sound, we don't want to do that. Try to relax. Okay, you're letting your voice do the work. You're speaking out. Let's start at 1 and do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. We're done with the counting. Take a sip of water. Today our topic is Martin Luther King Jr. Let's read these sentences with intent. I need you to emphasize the highlighted words. That means they should sound different from the other words. In other words, you are using intent. You're being deliberate. You're thinking about it. Here we go. We'll read each one twice. Today, we honor Martin Luther King Jr. Again, today we honor Martin Luther King Jr. Ready? The time is always ripe to do right. Read it again. The time is always ripe to do right. Next, use intent. If you can't be a sun, be a star. What does that mean? If you can't be a sun, be a star. Tell me with intent. Every word with intent. What does that mean? Let's go ahead to the next quote. Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. Read it again with more intent. Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. Very good. Now, look at this picture. I'm going to go full screen so you can see the full picture, and I want you to describe the picture in as much detail as you can. Go ahead. Did you use your best voice? Were you really thinking about speaking out? Let me show you another picture, and now this time describe this one with an even better voice. I'll go full screen. Go ahead. Very nice. Was that better? Did you say it with intent? All right. Let's go ahead. Take a sip of water. We're going to move on to Dr. Boone's nonsense words. These words have a lot of G's, K's, and NG's. Those sounds force the back of the tongue to go up. If you say them clearly, the sounds force the back of the tongue to go up and hit the roof of your mouth. When you swallow, a swallow will not kick in. The swallow reflex will not kick in if your tongue does not go all the way up. So because the movements in Parkinson's are smaller, sometimes people are chewing and chewing and chewing, and they're having trouble getting the swallow to kick in because the tongue is not going up high enough to start the swallow reflex. So exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. Here we go. Gula ganga ga. Again. Gula ganga ga. The next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Very nice. Ready? Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. Much harder on the gla with GL because G is a back sound, L is a forward sound, gla, and same thing with the KLA, kla. You really have to use intent. All right, we're going to move on to the bonus reading. Take a sip of water if you need it. Here's the bell. We're going to read an excerpt from I've Been to the Mountaintop speech from April 3rd, 1968. Read it with intent. Here we go. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain, and I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. All right, we're going to read it again. Now, really emphasize those highlighted words. They should sound different from the rest, and I encourage all of you to download the reading material, take what you learned in this session, and practice, 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 and practice some more. Here we go again. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will, and He's allowed me to go up to the mountain, and I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. Very good. Thank you so much for joining me for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me.